Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Look, Wrestling 101, classes in session. Pay attention to the teachings, that's from Andrew and Derek. I mean, these guys making a killing with no competition. Dynamic duo better than the Hardy Boys and the Dudley Boys. Everybody make some noise, mess with them, you get destroyed. They cannot be beat, take a seat. Watch them do they thing on the MIC. Face defeat, they cannot be seen like JC. Oh my goodness, it's a killing spree.
Hello, this is Billy Dante of SWF. You are listening to WIQ 101.
Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Wrestling IQ 101. I'm Andrew and alongside Derek.
Yep.
And you can follow Wrestling IQ 101 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Wrestling IQ 101. And today we're joined by Sunny, the California girl. How's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Oh, we're doing great.
Fantastic. We're doing good. We're our days just got sunnier. You're back on with us.
That's right? And now, where are you? Is it sunny there or is it not? Because I'm striking out with the sun everywhere. So
We're in Jersey. There's no sun here. Not today, at least.
Yeah, well,
wow.
hopefully brighter days are to come because we are on the phone with Sunny and you always make everything bright. So
That's right.
Thank you guys. Yes.
It's Valentine's Day is
sometimes
coming.
I do have those cloudy moments, though. That's the hillside.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Valentine's is coming, so Andrew's practicing all his lines on you right now.
Ooh, I know. And those hearts are flowing.
Yeah, they're throbbing. so,
See, I like dark chocolate.
Oh, man.
Yes, with caramel, salted caramel.
Sounds good.
Oh, man.
Sounds good.
Perfect date.
Take note.
So, Sunny, it's been a while since we talked. I mean, last time we talked, you were just about to set sail on the Afterglow cruise. How was that cruise for you, that experience?
Oh my God, that was awesome. It's the third cruise, and we left out of New York. Actually, it was really a cold cruise again. There was no sun. We get there, and there was a lot of snow, and we took off from the port there in New York. But the tour is really cool. We all met at the Marriott, all of us girls. Joya Bruno came out to say hello as well. Nice. Wonderful 80s expose singer. And because we had her on our second cruise, so she came out because she lives in New Jersey too. So we had a blast, but it was a little rocky. We didn't touch down on one of the third, I think it was, one of the excursions. We kind of bypassed one of the islands. So we're like, wait a minute, what happened? But we went to Cape Canaveral. It was pretty cool. And we went through NASA and all that kind of stuff. So that was fun. I had a blast. And what else? I did get sick. It wasn't fun. At the end of the cruise, I was one of those that got that boat sickness. But it's like usually you get boat throat, like you can't talk. I mean, that's at the end, that's normal. But I don't know what. I swear I was dying. I thought I had a pneumonia or something. But it was like some sort of bacterial thing that was going around on the cruise, so it hit me pretty good. So I was in New York and wanting to go home. I was dying. I had like 103 temp. It was and there I'm in New York, back off the cruise, and we're at the Marriott, and everyone's gone except the two guys that are staying with me to make sure I'm okay. You know, my friends, Forrest Barnett and Eddie Brown. Thank you guys out there, because I know you're going to listen to this, who really helped me, because there were some fans that wanted to meet me, and I'm like, I can't get out of bed. I was at the Marriott upstairs in bed. I'm like, I can't do it. And they took a subway, you know, in New York how it is, and they traveled some way to get there to get an autograph from me. And I'm like, okay, I got to do this. So I put on my beanie, and I just didn't. I was not feeling it. But I went down there anyway, met my fans, and went through with it. And they wanted to take pictures. I'm like, oh my God, I look like death. Seriously, you guys need to take pictures? But yeah, you know, but it was fun. Overall, it was a lot of fun. You guys got to go on the next one. Yes. We have one coming out 2020, the Afterglow Cruise.
Nice, awesome. Can't wait to hear about that one. And
yeah, can't wait. Yeah.
Yes, we've got some great guests, surprise stars that are going to be on board performing, and this is in the works. So thank you, Roxy Astor and Afterglow. Here we go.
Nice.
Yeah. So, you guys look like you had so much fun. Like the pictures and the videos from that whole event looked like it was a blast, you know. So hopefully, next time we'll be able to make it down there with you guys.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We'll put it out where where we're going to be taking off at yet. All the specifics haven't, worked out itself out yet. But all I know is that this one I think is going to have a racetrack on it. So I'm so excited.
Oh, wow.
Like the little bumper cars and stuff. Yeah, it's got like literally on top of the deck, it's got a racetrack. I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
That is pretty cool. Yeah, if you have a family, you want to get the details as soon as it comes out because the racetrack's going to be popping, it sounds like.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Now
That'll be fun.
Now, since the last time we talked, I was doing some more research on you, and I found out a lot of like cool things about you. I see, like I saw you started acting when you were 5 years old. How did you start that? How did you get into the business? Like, what was the first thing you did?
I did a knockoff from the $6 Million Man.
Oh, man.
The $6.50 Man. I know.
Oh.
It was really funny, and it was a robot.
Oh, man.
It was a robot chasing all of us kids in elementary school. That was my first little role. Yeah. But from there I did, like commercials and stuff, and I graduated from Barbizon School of Modeling, and I started Catalina Swimwear, became a swimwear model.
Wow.
And then I did runway, a lot of print stuff. As you see, probably the NFL stuff. I did that. I was a poster girl for the Rams, Raiders, Miami Dolphins, and New England Patriots. And that was a tough game, guys, because they were both playing each other. I'm like, no way. But I wanted my Rams to win, but they didn't.
Oh,
That's
man.
okay. Yeah.
It's a little different now. The Rams, they're in LA now, so it's a little bit closer to home for you.
That's right. That's my team. And so was Raiders, but Raiders was sucky. Oh my God, what happened?
I don't know what happened. They're going through their rebuilding stage. They're trying to get ready for Las Vegas.
Yeah. Yes. Well, let's hope they play better. But I do have my LA Kings because I am a hockey fan, and Los Angeles Kings are my team. So sorry, whoever doesn't like the LA Kings, but
That's awesome. It's funny because you do so much, from acting, modeling, wrestling to being a host, and now you're in a comic book. How does that feel, knowing that this bio comic is going to be coming out very shortly?
Oh, I know. I'm so excited. And I wanted to say thank you to John Crowther and Kevin Laporte and Blake Wilkie, who's the colorist, and Rich Parada, who did the artwork. He's amazing. I mean, all of them are just super, amazing. Marvel Comics and DC Comics. You can't go wrong. And it's with Squared Circle Mag, or Comic Book Magazine, if you will. And they did Nikolai Volkov, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, The Killer Bees. I believe they have theirs out already. They're doing, Jack. They're doing one other right now they're working on. Let's see, there's so many, and it's great to be with the legends. And I'm like the first female out in the comic book series. Glow, they're only going to do, I think, 4 Glow Girls. So I'm the first one of the series out, and the first as a female pro wrestler in it. And it's a bio story. So my comic book will have a little bit of my life mixed with my life in wrestling. It's actually a really good story. It's about it's going to be a learning tool, and it's funny to say comic mixed with bullying and suicide, but that's what is in the book. And hopefully it's going to help all ages out there when they do read it. I don't want to give it away because I want you guys to get a copy when it comes out. But, it's my real personal story, and I'm just blessed. I'm really, truly honored and humbled, and thank you guys. They're awesome to be doing this.
Awesome, yeah, and it's very innovative way of putting out a autobiography of yourself. I think it's pretty cool. It's like it's a biography in comic form, and I think that helps it reach a wider audience as well.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's going to be, from all ages, and there is anything inappropriate, in there where kids can buy it and pick it up and read it. And with all the wrestlers, it gives their personal story. And I think I'm just trying to think. I think they've got even Hulk Hogan possibly is going to be doing one. Yeah, they've got some really good ones. So, yeah, I'm really excited. And I'm also back to selling my Playboy issue, because you guys probably know that KISS is back, and they're at their end of their farewell tour. This is it for them, because they're all going into retirement. I'm so sad.
Like, I have a question, because, do they really retire? Because the wrestlers, they retire all the time, and they always come back for that one more match.
But no, I know they did that before. It's funny, a lot of these bands do, but I think this is it for them. Yeah. This is it, and they're taking it all the way home. And it's a great concert, probably similar to the one that I was in and got to tour with them, which was Psycho Circus, and also with Playboy, because we did the Playboy video in Boston. Mm-hmm. We shot that with their live concert. We were there as they shot the Playboy video, and that was the Psycho Circus. So that's with all the pyrotechnics and all, where Paul flies over the audience and all that kind of, grandeur stuff. It's really cool. And to my understanding, they're going all out on this tour. But yeah, that's it for them. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm sure when I say it, that's just it as far as them touring. Mm-hmm. They're going to do so much more. They have their restaurants, they have their rock and brews, and they make appearances there, and Gene's got his money bag sodas out there.
Nice.
They're really good. It's made with pure cane sugar. It's like originated in the 1930s. He bought it from a family.
Wow,
and, Gene's always got his hands in some sort of money-making factor, and not to mention comic books, because that's his real love.
Oh, man.
So...
Yeah, if you want to tell me to invest, we'll be more than happy to.
Yeah, seriously. Oh,
we can use some.
Seriously. How is it actually, that's kind of like things people dream about, like touring with a rock band. How was that experience?
It was so much fun. I had a blast. Except for, I just said this, I think it was last night on a podcast. I was telling Difulia, one day we were, I think it was in San Bernardino, Peter's drums, before they're out there rehearsing. So I was there, and he asked me to go sit. Gene asked me to go sit on Peter's drums and just sit there while they lift it up, as they rise it up, and how it comes back down on stage, and I'm raised up in the air, and Gene's standing right there, and he's like, well, go ahead and just play a little. I want to hear it. And I said, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, because I'm not a drummer, but I'm just sitting the drums like da-da-da-da-da. Next thing I know, I look down, and I see Peter running out of his trailer, full force. Get off my drums! I don't want you on my drums! I didn't tell you could play on my drums, yelling at me. And I was like, oh, my God, this is horrible. I sunk down like, oh, my God, guys, it's just terrible. And Gene's like, gave him the finger as pointing, like, get back in your trailer. Don't ever talk to her like that again. And he pointed, and Peter just turned and went right back into his trailer. But he didn't talk to me for like 2 days. It was horrible.
That's a funny story.
And I didn't hurt his drums. It was just, I get it. I totally get that now, but I felt so bad. I'm like, Gene, why did you tell me? He goes, oh, it's okay. It's all right. I was like, no, that wasn't. But, there was some great times, and I see how the audience, their fans, the KISS Army, how they're so, like, they're everything to them. And it's amazing. It's just like our wrestling fans, you know what I mean? And they're all dressed up, and they're in their face makeup, and they're just chanting for these guys. I mean, it's surreal when you're there. It's unreal. And they're super cool. I love them all. They're all different in their own way,
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of fun. I know the family, very nice. Shannon and I used to do spin classes together in the Valley.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're pretty tight with the whole family. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I don't see him anymore since he married Shannon. We haven't really, it's, he's kind of, once the marriage took place, because Gene always thought marriage was prison, so he would never get married. He said, I'm never marrying, I'm never married. He would come over and bring chocolate cake to my house for my birthday because he loves his chocolate cake. I hate chocolate cake, but he always bring me chocolate cake for my birthday. I'm like, really? And then my daughter, Shayna. And he'd make, like, little things with his tongue for my daughter, like these little balloon things. he would show my daughter, and she was like 5 or 6 then. Now she's 27.
Wow.
That's how long we go back. And I remember one time he was driving his Range Rover out of my garage. He was backing out. I don't know what happened, but it hit his whole top of the Range Rover. We just watched it go. The whole thing, the rack of his Range Rover just fell off. And he gets out and he looks. I go, he's going to be so mad.
Oh my God.
And he's like, what just happened? I'm like, gee, what did you do? He didn't care. He just gets in and he takes off.
Oh my God.
I mean, we have funny, yeah. There's a lot of, his leather pants when it ripped. I was funny. He bent over once and it just ripped in the middle of his butt.
Oh my God.
Right up the crack of his butt. Yeah.
Oh my
You know, you got to have those funny times.
Oh man. So where can people, message you to get this edition of Playboy that you're in if they want to purchase it?
They can find me on social media on Patricia Summerland on Facebook, because I like to talk to everybody under my real name, because even though Glow is Glow and Glow is so big, I still have many other things that I have accomplished, and I want people to find me as Patricia, because I am Patricia now. I'm always Sunny. That's never going to, leave for the Glow fans.
Mm-hmm.
But I have, I have the comic book, and then I also have the book and the movie. Soon that'll be coming out. We're working on that, which is also my bio. So that's Patricia Summerland after Glow was off the air. So a lot of that happened after. So I want to just keep it that way. You know what I mean? But I do have a Sunny fan page, and everything else is under Patricia Summerland. Twitter, you can find me on Glow Sunny or Sunny Glow. Mm-hmm. And Instagram is also Patricia Summerland. But my Playboy book is out there. Message me. I accept PayPal, Venmo, Google Pay. Email me, summerlanddreams@gmail.com with 1D.
Nice. Now, I've also seen you've also been doing in the political field as well. In a day and age where politics are one of the top things you see on TV nowadays. How did you get into political talk radio host?
They approached me I'm going on 9 years now.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Right. Yeah. They approached me. Brian Blair, by the way, of Killer Bees, is on Friday.
Oh, nice.
Because, he's very political. He ran in the Senate and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's on Friday, and then I cover Sunday. But, yeah, it's going on. Let's see, this will be 9 years this year. Yeah. Holy Moses. They approached me as Sunny the California girl, and I'm like, okay. They asked me if I could cover California and what's going on with the late breaking news, current events, anything, happy, sad, tragic, you name it. And so I speak about all of it, and that involves politics as well, because these guys are definitely political, and they're Trump supporters because they're Floridians. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying all Floridians are, but most Floridians, I've learned, are Trump supporters.
Yeah.
So when I first got on, as far as the voting this last time, I voted for Obama, and then I also did Hillary. I know, don't start throwing rocks at me, but I did.
No, not at all.
And so they beat me down, boy, and I came back at him, and I tried for Hillary. Boy, did I try. So eventually, through the process, I've learned with age to be more conservative, because I was raised Democratic. So, even though my parents were very conservative, it was ironic, but for some reason they voted Democratic. But so I've always had that, conservative side. So I kind of get it now with what Trump is trying to do. And all I say is this, and this is the most important, because even though, let's say, we don't like him or we don't want to stand by him, he's still our president. You know what I mean? No matter what we do, it's better to stand by him and push him to make him do better things than to fight against him, because it doesn't do any good, or us fight against each other. It's not doing any good. He doesn't care. He's still the president. He's still going to do what he's going to do,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's just like WWE and Vince McMahon. I try to, fight against him to do better things, and he just doesn't listen to me at all.
There you go.
Hey, they're giving people what they want now.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think he will. Yeah, Vince is on his own playing field.
It's funny because WrestleMania season is just around the corner right here in New York for us. Will you be coming out at all this year?
Yes. In fact, the artist that's doing my comic book is in New York. Mm-hmm. Rich Parada, yes, yes. And, my fans want me to come back out. So I think I will. I've got too many Comic-Cons here. I'm doing one here, and I'm doing one in Florida. Let's see, June is in Florida, and then I'll do an 80s wrestling con here in Anaheim, California. I know there's one in New York, but I can't do that one because I have another engagement here that I'm doing. So, but I will be back there probably August, I believe. Nice. And I'll let you guys know. I'll post everything will be posted.
Yeah, definitely.
Can't wait to see you in August. It's right around my birthday, so.
Oh, wow, that's cool. So, yeah, awesome. Well, we'll have to all get together. You have to give me a tour of New York. No, I do know some of the ins and outs of New York. From the last time I was there, I took the tour, of the World Trade Center. That was, that was really emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it there. And I love Brooklyn. Brooklyn's one of my favorites.
Yeah, Brooklyn's a great city.
You just gotta get one of those old-fashioned Jewish delis. That's the most important part. And then you'll be fine. And maybe some pizza.
Yeah. There is a little deli. I stopped in by the World Trade Center there. I can't remember the name, but it's so good. They have the best cheesecake. Oh my God, that cheesecake was heaven. I did not want to leave. I go, I want one to go, please.
Yeah, you gotta get some Cat's Deli and anywhere in New York, they have the best pizza in the world for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. See, I would know. Yeah, that's why I need you guys for tour guides.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Andrew will take you to all the Jewish spots. I'll take you to all the hood spots, and it'll just be a perfect mix of everything for you.
There we go. An Italian. Don't forget.
Oh, we'll get Italian in there too.
Yeah, I married one.
Gotta get breadsticks, right?
Yeah.
They have a great Olive Garden in Times Square.
Oh my
for
God!
breadsticks.
Please, she said Italian.
God,
she said Italian. She didn't say Olive Garden.
Did you see they're giving out bouquets now at Olive
Bouquets
Garden
of breadsticks?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Well, Little Italy, right? That's
Yeah,
still
of
going.
course.
Or I heard they cleaned that up, right?
Yeah, they have Little Italy, which is a great spot to go to, and Chinatown. Always, you can find it all in New York. It's the melting pot of the world, I always say.
Yeah, seriously.
Right.
For
Kind
sure.
of like Los Angeles, which it is the same, because we have Chinatown. It's really similar, ironically. It's pretty much, except for the subway,
Yeah, of course.
You guys got better weather.
Sonny, when you look back at when you were wrestling and stuff like that, and today's athlete, what are the things that stick out to you? First and foremost.
From what, back then till today?
Yeah.
I would say, well, first of all, the women's wrestling, because I used to critique SmackDown for many years with Rick Drayson, the Equalizer, on AfterBuzz TV. We had segments there, and I had to watch SmackDown every Friday. And the women then were not selling. The women weren't, as effective as they are now. So this is going maybe 4 or 5 years later. I think they've came full circle, and the women are now getting recognized, which I think that's really good. I know. Hurrah. Thank you, Stephanie McMahon, because I think she has a big foot there on that end to help promote that. But I think, and I still have my favorites, which is Natalia, and I do like Nia Jax, because why? Because she's not the cookie cutter. She's not the perfect, like TNA girl that gets in there. Not to discount the others, but I just think they have it harder because they aren't that cookie cutter, right? They go in feeling like, hey, is there something wrong because I'm big, and she kicks ass in there. And Ronda Rousey, of course, because for her to turn over and cross over, if you will, on there and show her true colors, she's kicking butt too. I mean, what do you guys think about Ronda Rousey? What's your opinion? I always like to ask on the crossover of UFC, other than Brock Lesnar, which I think Brock should stay in UFC. Yeah. That's my opinion.
Actually, I have to say it's probably been one of the best rookie years of any wrestler. I mean, her matches have all been pretty stellar up to this point. She can cut a pretty good, promo in the ring too. I mean, well-rounded athlete. I think it really shows, her depth, and she probably could do anything outside of WWE as well, I think.
Yeah,
right.
I
think so.
Yeah, she's definitely she's made a good transformation, and at first, I kind of had my doubts, going into WrestleMania, but then, that match she did great, and then, after that, every match she's been in, just like Andrew said, like it's just been like an amazing match, and she's fitting in, like she's been training for WWE the whole time.
Right. Yeah. I think she's handling it, and of course she comes from good bloodline. That's for sure.
I mean, she's not Mandy Rose.
And,
she's not Mandy Rose.
Oh my God.
Oh, Mandy Rose. Who?
It's crazy. The funny thing is that Andrew will tell you that it's funny you say Nia Jax, and she's not like the cookie cutter. She's the one who I think is like the hottest out of all of them. I love Nia Jax.
Oh, see, now you just scored 100 points for saying that. That's right. Because you know what? And she's beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
Let me tell you, because we were treated like superstar celebrities, which was awesome. We went to the WWE here in Los Angeles, and we met the Glow Netflix actresses that didn't know we were there, but we got the full blown tour by John Cone. The referee took us around, and we're going backstage, and they're all sitting there, and we're walking. We met so many, and forgive me, guys, my memory's like screwed up. So, but I know the guys if I see them, but the names, it's terrible. So we're walking. It was myself, Daisy, who was it though? Lightning, Roxy, MTV. Don't know who else. I think that was. Oh no, excuse me, Matilda the Hum was with us, right? So we're going. We're back there, we're shaking hands, we're meeting, and everyone's like, oh my God. All of a sudden, here comes Nia Jax running around out of the locker room towards us. She's just going, it's the Glow Girls. Oh my God. That's what she said. And she came and she hugged us so hard. I was like, oh my God, it's Nia Jax. It was so cool. That was the moment, and we've got pictures, it's on the social media, but it was really, really cool because she's so pretty, and she's gorgeous, in my opinion, and she kicks butt in the ring. Yeah, and I'm sick of people saying, oh, no, she's too slow, or no, she can't move her fat out, all the negativity. Yeah. I hate that. I'm like, come on, people. There's so many cool people out there, and it's sad. Yeah, and I'm glad you said that. Derek, that's cool.
Yeah, cool. I love her.
I just got some beef because she broke Becky's face.
Oh my God.
Becky's the man. I mean, she's killing it right now. I mean, I don't know how you could hurt Becky like that.
Becky, yeah, Becky was. She's getting her time.
Yeah, she's more popular than the guys. Yeah. But I mean, it's good. We'll see, Now, of course, who does everyone? Well, not everybody. I shouldn't say that. But, the favorite is who? Who's the favorite in the female? I have to say Becky.
Well, it is now, kind of, but it seems like a lot are still liking, and she's the daughter of, and there I go, I can't remember.
Charlotte?
Charlotte, yeah. Charlotte's the favorite of
Mrs. Flair
of the McMahons. She's the favorite.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
Yeah, for sure. No, but I love Charlotte too. I think Charlotte's amazing. She's just phenomenal.
Yeah, she is. She really is. I give her props because it is also hard to come from a family where your father was already there and such a legend, and and now you're back as the daughter in the ring. It's got to be tough. That can't be easy either.
I think she's like one of the like when it comes to like like a second generation, to like a legend. I think she's probably one of the ones that's like has done the best, like up there with like The Rock and Randy Orton with his family,
Cody,
right?
Cody as well with Dusty Rhodes. Like she's held her own, and she's probably like the only woman that has like done like held up to her father's name.
Yes, exactly. Yep, I agree.
Yeah, let me ask you this because with the movie coming out and the comic book and even the show Glow, sometimes must have an effect on you. When you look back at some of those times, is it hard to sometimes relive those memories? Is it hard to, or you just look back at those times with fond memories?
Oh, it definitely fond memories. It was also a sad memory because at the same time I was in wrestling because of my father. I was raised in wrestling, so unlike a lot of the Glow girls who weren't or aware of wrestling, they may have been a fan of Glow, I wasn't. I didn't watch Glow. I watched Glow with my father that one day. That's why I became a Glow girl. Long story short, but I was raised in old school wrestling because my father was friends with Freddie Blassie and Dick Beyer and many of the greats. They'd come over for dinner and stuff. Because I had the mask. I had the Destroyer's mask when I was little in diapers.
Oh, my God.
And I have pictures of that, yeah. So I and my brother, it was myself and my brother, my mom and dad, we'd go to the Olympic Auditorium. And I was like 5 years old. And we were watching these old school wrestling, blood going everywhere, which I thought, you know. And some of it back then really was. Because they cut themselves with those razor blades. That's real blood. But and Freddie Blassie would come out in the cage with his cane and stuff. Oh, my God. Yeah, I have the fondest memories of that. Now, watching Glow with my father, and he told me to, you know, sit in my headshot, and he said, you should try out. And I'm like, oh, my God, no, I don't think I can do this. But anyway, I did, and I went in for the auditions and stuff, and there I am as a Glow girl. So it was kind of a fulfillment of my father because he loved wrestling so much. And to be a Glow girl, he became ill and he never got to go up to Vegas to see me wrestle. So towards the end of Glow, I was pulled out of the ring, and I took a phone call to say that my dad wasn't doing so well. My dad was tough and healthy, and I couldn't comprehend, like, no way, my dad's fine. But anyway, he ended up passing away 4 days in the hospital, so I was there by his side. I left the ring, and then when I returned, Glow was over. It was off the air. I mean, that fast. Oh, so, you know, the happy times, it was, and then there's that memory, you know, of the sad of losing my father. But all I know is that I did this for my dad. So, you know, wrestling and I are hand in hand. It's going to be there forever. And I still get in the ring, and I'm training girls. I have a ring now that I'm starting to train. I have people that are flying out to train with me at the AWA ring in Sherman Oaks, California.
Oh, nice.
So awesome. I love it, you know, and I know my dad's right there watching, you know, he's right there with me, cheering me on. So I can never, ever give it up somehow, some way, you know what I mean? It's really, I also like boxing too, guys, though. I do box. So that's my first and foremost, ironic, one of my first loves. But yeah, boxing is, I have my gloves here, and I love boxing. But wrestling will always be with me. And the memories of Glow, of course, we can't forget, because now Glow Netflix is going on their third season, and they're paying homage to us Glow girls, even though it's fiction. Thank God, because none of that happened for us Glow girls. In Glow, we didn't have a robot with cocaine delivering us drugs. You know, that would have been nice. But no, Matt was very strict with us. Matt didn't do drugs. Our director was so straight, it wasn't even funny. The only thing he did was bite on his straws like a nervous wreck. You know, he had his straw chewed down to the middle already by yelling at us and, you know, telling us to do right. But he wasn't ever mean. It was a good yell to make us do better, you know, to push us. But I think Netflix Glow, if I remove myself as a Glow girl and just watch it, I enjoy it. I think it's awesome. They're doing great work. Obviously, they're getting nominated. They haven't won, but they seem to get nominated for everything. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. It's awesome how, you know, everyone that, you know, whether you're a fan of wrestling or, you know, you're in the business itself, it's like everyone has like a great story that like ties them into wrestling. I think that's what's so unique about, you know, wrestling compared to, you know, being a fan of anything else. It's like everybody has a backstory of why they're a wrestling fan and why they continue to just love wrestling.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, I love it. And also the roller derby. I remember the roller derby. My mom loved the roller derby. So my dad, in order to be fair, that we'd all go to the wrestling matches, because my mom wasn't so big on that. She wanted to go to the roller derby. So we'd split it. So we get to do both. I was there watching both. So it was really, really good for me, because I could see women, like, being tough and yet dominating in a way, especially in roller derby, because they were pushing each other like mad over the rails. And I still remember that as a child. I was like, oh my God, That must have hurt, and I loved roller skating, so, that was going to be my second option.
Well, I'm glad it worked out with the wrestling, because now we get to talk to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. It's going to be so much fun. Have you guys been to the CAC yet? Are you guys coming there? To the Cauliflower Alley Club? That's where you need to go to meet us all.
No,
it's going to be fun in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, no, we haven't been there. That sounds like a great trip that we should take.
I know, I'm a heart condition now.
It's at the Gold Coast. Everyone's there. A lot of them are getting a rotor. I'll send you the link, and you can open it and check it out. But it's going to be at the end of April to May 2nd, I think.
Okay.
So, and you get to hang out with all of us. I mean, tons of your lacing greats and your news and greats. A lot of the newcomers are there, and a lot of the like Andrew Anderson's going to get an award this year. Oh my gosh! See, there goes my memory. But there's so many. I have the newsletter. I can open it and tell you who's getting awarded. But you get to hang out with all of us, like all of them, and hang out at the bar at the hotel for 4 days. So you become like a family when you're there at the CAC.
Might not want to leave if we hang out with you guys for that long.
Yeah. Well, none of us do, though. We really don't. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
I'll send you the link.
Awesome.
You can,
we'll be more than happy to share that too with the wrestling community.
Yeah. Now, we'll ask our final question before we let you go. Since, Valentine's is on the horizon, I would like to know, what's the best Valentine's Day gift you've ever gotten? And what are some good Valentine gift ideas for my friend Andrew here to give to his 10 girlfriends?
10, oh boy. Well, if you've got 10, I would just stay with the cheapest box of chocolate. So out of the favorite 10 girls, you give her the best box of chocolate and a diamond to go with it.
Oh.
Who doesn't like diamonds, right?
Yeah,
I used to get, I've had diamonds. Roses. When I tell them, don't give me roses because I have cats that eat them.
Oh, man, wow.
They love eating the rose petals. Yeah, it doesn't work. I put them up on top of the refrigerator. They get up there. They knock it over. They eat my roses. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I'm a girl that can't have roses. But I love, I think my best gift was, I think my husband got me a car when we were married. So, yeah, you can't beat that.
Yeah, seriously. Jeez,
but yeah, I've had some good, dinner. I love the simple things because what really matters is the actions. You know what I mean? You could get showered with diamonds and all your favorite things, but if the guy's an ass, who wants that? So you gotta have someone that's loving and sweet, and just a nice dinner between the two of you, some champagne, some fine chocolates. And call it a night, but what happens in between is what matters.
Yeah, well, I have kids, Sonny, so I have a 6-year-old and a 7-month-old, so those days are like over for me.
So you've been doing enough of that. What happens?
Yeah, I know, right?
In between, right?
It seems like it, right?
Oh, but that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you know what you should do? You should get a babysitter.
Yeah.
For her, and someone you trust, of course, and have a nice night out with her, because I'm sure she deserves that, and she's a wonderful mom, and treat her to a nice dinner and some nice champagne or whatever she likes, whatever her favorite thing is.
They got bouquets of breadsticks at the Olive Garden.
I'm not going to the Olive Garden.
Hey, don't knock those Olive Gardens. They're pretty good out here.
Yeah.
It's probably packed for Valentine's Day.
Yeah. You might see Virgil there. But Patricia, thank you again for spending so much time with us right now. Where can people get you on social media if they want to connect, if they want to stay tuned with everything you're doing?
You cannot. Actually, I just say Google me because it'll, all the good stuff pops up, I guess, because that's what people have been doing. They're like, I just Googled you, I found you. I'm like, okay, great. It's Patricia Summerland. You can find me there. And yes, that's my real last name for everybody who asks. They're like, is that your real last name? I'm like, yeah, Summerland. Yeah, it's not a stage name. But yeah, I'm everywhere out there. And then Sunny the California Girl. Awesome. I'll talk to you. I'm one of those that definitely talks to my fans. I love my fans because without my fans, I'm nobody. You know what I mean? We're not. In the wrestling biz, you have to have your fans. I mean, thank God for our fans. and that keeps the wrestling biz alive. And we got to keep it alive too. You know?
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, being a mom, a trainer, a glow girl, a model. I mean, host of a radio show. I mean, when do you have time to sleep?
I do though. I gotta have my sleep because I don't want to age, right? I gotta look young, you guys.
I hear you. I'm trying
I don't want
to
to go under the knife yet. No, hopefully I won't. But yeah, I try to take care of myself, so I make sure I get my night's rest. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love my pets. I have my 3 fur babies. They keep me company.
Nice.
They're little rascals. They're spoiled rotten. They're getting a Valentine little toy. Can you believe? Yeah.
No, that's funny. Yeah, man.
So yeah, it was fun talking to you guys.
Yeah, definitely. We thank you for taking the time out and answering our questions and everything. And we hope to talk soon, and we will definitely stay connected with you.
Yes, please do.
Yeah.
Anytime. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I was going to say sunny, but it's not. It's cloudy. That's my alter ego.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, have a wonderful time, and we'll chat again.
Definitely. And as for us, we're Wrestling IQ 101. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Wrestling IQ 101. You can listen to us on Google, iTunes, all streaming platforms, here on the B Plus Player Network, on YouTube. Check us out. Make sure you like and subscribe. And for this episode, we are out. You have just listened to the Wrestling IQ 101 podcast, powered by B Plus Player Radio.